Welcome to the Bamgboshe Happy Hour. I am Peju Bamgboshe.
Hi, everyone, and I'm Naomi Bamgboshe.
And this is a Bamgboshe Happy Hour Pop Edition. How are you, Ma? What's up?
Oh, I'm doing wonderfully, sweetie. Everything is great in this gorgeous, gorgeous summer weather, and I'm just having a glorious day. How about you, daughter?
I am really excited because guess what today is? July 10th. Guess what day it is?
Right.
Guess what
Well, let me see, July 10th. Well, it's 6 days after July 4th.
day?
Let me see. It's your a month and a week before your anniversary.
That is correct.
Let me see what else it could be. I can't think. What else is it?
Big Brother premiere. Yay!
Oh, whoop, 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 whoop.
All right.
Oh boy,
So,
you're a super fan, I see.
so,
Okay.
so let's give a toast, Ma. Let's do a toast for Big Brother.
Okay. For Big Brother and the Big Brother contestants, we're going to say continued long life, health, wealth, prosperity, and success to Big Brother. Long live Big Brother. Salud.
Salud. Ooh. Okay. Let's get started with some sports. So, unfortunately, right now, we are towards the end of Wimbledon, and I guess maybe fortunately, because everybody that we wanted is pretty much out. Sabalenka was out in 3 sets, so she will not be in the finals. Swiatek will be playing. Who is she playing? Oh, Anna Samomova. Yes, I'm making up names, but hopefully it'll be a good final. I don't know. The men
Oh,
the men's semifinals are tomorrow. Alcaraz versus Fritz, who is American, and Djokovic versus Sinner.
okay.
Djokovic. I'm sorry, Novak Djokovic.
Right. Oh, well, I think
Absolutely.
people know Djokovic all these years.
Mm-hmm.
But, well, so we have some very familiar names on the men's side of the draw.
Mm-hmm.
The ladies' side, I think the opponent of Swiatek
Mm-hmm.
opponent is a returning player. She's only 23 years old, but she had some time off.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was maternity or injury or what. I really forget. But uh, she's returning and she's just doing very well. She really played lights out. She stayed calm. It was a tight match. Sabalenka sometimes we know is not in control of her emotions. And oh well.
Okay, let's
Okay,
move on.
Sabalenka is still number one, but she doesn't have any slam titles. Not this year.
Not
Right.
this year. Yeah. Well, this U.S. Open is left. We'll see what happens.
So far. Okay.
Okay, let's move on to basketball, to the NBA. Devin Booker's $145 million contract is the biggest amount that any NBA player has played for a year. So he is averaging over 70 million per year. And a lot of people feel this isn't the best decision. His teammate Bradley Beal has a bloated contract and it's made him virtually untradeable. And so we know that KD left the Suns this summer. And even though Devin Booker has been a very, very good player, not many people have always ranked him in the top 15 players in the world, and at least not consistently. And as he gets older, I don't see him getting better, even though he's not old yet, but he definitely is, not a young kid in the game anymore. So we'll see, Mom. What do you think about this? Like a lot of people say that these Suns are overpaying a person. He's going to be getting paid over 70 million per year for 2 years.
Well, that's a big paycheck. I don't know. Now what team is he on?
The Suns,
Okay, he's with Phoenix. How many titles did he bring to them?
zero.
Okay. So that's what I think of his contract.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, moving on to, I guess this is kind of a mix between basketball and the NFL. RG3 is at it again, Ma. Now, this is a story that is just developing as
Wait a
we
minute. Who's he starting with? Not Ryan again.
no, he's not starting with Ryan, but his behavior was so egregious. Ryan Clark started trending because everyone said Ryan Clark told you so. And
Oh,
we're,
okay.
and
Let
we're
me get this
sorry,
daughter.
we're sorry that Ryan Clark even apologized or whatever. So apparently, there's a cover that came out of Angel Reese. So every year they do the NBA 2K, games, and so they put out normally an NBA player on the cover, and over the most recent years they put a WNBA player. And so maybe some people were upset that they didn't put Caitlin Clark. They put Angel Reese for the women, and for the men, SGA, who just won the championship.
Okay.
So somehow or another, RG3 found where somebody in under his thread took a picture and superimposed a monkey as Angel Reese instead of Angel Reese.
Okay. Just a
So
asshole.
right,
Okay.
so we don't know who did it, but this is under, RG3 found it. Don't
Right.
ask me on.
Okay.
So
Okay.
RG3 goes, all right, this has got to stop. There's no place for racism in this world. Whether you like a player or not, Angel Reese should never be called or depicted as a monkey. I've been quiet on the Angel Reese front because she shared a video that aided in my wife, kids, family, and friends receiving death threats. Threats of physical harm to my family and friends, and threats of sexual violence to my children on social media and beyond. That will never be okay with me. I never attacked her or her family when I stated and backed up with clear basketball evidence that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. It's sports. Everybody won't like each other. People in Angel's inner circle called me and told me I was right, and Angel Reese has grown to hate Caitlin Clark because of the media always asking her about Caitlin and being constantly compared to her. Some people made it about race, but I never did and never will. Instead of becoming the villain in anyone's story, I decided to just not. All that being said, Angel Reese or any Black man or woman should never be called or depicted as a monkey, ever. Stop it. If you hate Angel Reese because she's Black, you're the problem. If you hate Angel Reese because you are a Caitlin Clark fan, don't turn it racial. There should be no space for racism in this world. Now, people were upset with RG3. It's just kind of like the consensus because hardly anybody saw the post of the monkey. He decided to repost it to however many couple of million followers or however many followers he has
Yeah.
and draw more attention to it and somehow or another make the story about him and his family and not about Angel Reese.
Right. He should have taken it down if, in fact, he ever saw it, if he didn't post it himself.
Right. So
Oh,
people are very upset with him. They said that he lied. Angel Circle didn't tell him anything, called him a lying piece of,
yeah, yeah.
and
I,
people said,
I didn't believe Angel Circle said anything to him. I
no,
never did even believe it. I don't think they would. I don't think they did. I don't think they would. I think he's just lying.
I don't know what's wrong with RG3, except I
Oh,
guess
oh, is
attention,
RG3 still working as a sports announcer?
not on ESPN and not on any sports network at the moment.
Oh, so he's trying to draw attention to himself.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's doing some poor ass marketing. I'm not exactly sure what demographic he's looking for because he seems to be offending every damn body.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know about that strategy, RG3. Maybe that's like that strategy he had when he made that movie when he was trying to get a contract, or showing of him exercising, him and his dad, I think it was, or something, some time ago. Do you recall?
I remember he was
The
very
whole-
popular at that point.
he did a whole little movie, but yeah, but he was injured and he was trying to show them how he had recovered and how he was doing so well. And at that time, he was trying to get a contract. Yeah, no, I remember. I don't know how it worked out, but he had a very short-lived career,
It
so
didn't work out well.
it didn't work out well at all. And he's doing some more of that type of marketing. Whatever he's doing is, I don't think it's going to work out well. He needs to hire a professional. He needs to hire an image consultant and so forth because he doesn't know what the hell he's doing or saying or anything. He just
No.
sounds like a fool.
He
Forget it.
acts like a fool, therefore he probably is a fool.
I'm telling you, that's right. He's walking and talking like a duck,
And
starting to quack.
unfortunately on the web, on the internet, on social media, you can find a bunch of bull crap. You can find all type of racist loons if you go
If
on social
if
media.
that's what you're looking for, any level of lunacy you can find, if that's what you're looking for,
Right.
and we all know that. That's a well-established fact.
Okay. Moving on to something quite more positive and entertaining is Quarterback Season 2, which is now streaming on Netflix. And it features, of course, Mr. Joe Burrow, and is highlighting his very brilliant season last year. Unfortunately, the team did not have much success. Jared Goff is the second quarterback, and he had a good season, except he had one really terrible game and his team fell short. It was like they lost to the Commanders. And then
Oh,
Kirk Cousins, who I guess grandpa is still up there trying to stay relevant in the NFL. Nothing
no,
nothing against Kirk Cousins, but why did they feel that they needed to include him in the second season? He
I don't.
wasn't exciting in the first season.
Yeah, isn't he the very ultra conservative religious guy?
Yes, and he's like 36 years old.
Well, I understand, but he's
No,
still.
I mean, he's not playing. He was injured.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Well, I don't know. I guess maybe he has a contract with them or something, or he felt bad. I don't know.
I don't know. Peyton, I don't think, I love Peyton Manning, but I don't know why Peyton just decided to have Kurt on there again.
I don't know either. But what I am going to, maybe it's a cautionary tale. Don't run your career the way he's ran his, else that's how you'll end up.
Well,
Uh,
no, he's made plenty money and he's gotten
oh,
money
yeah.
when
Well,
he shouldn't have gotten contracts. He's gotten money. So he's had a good career for somebody who hasn't won
very unaccomplished. I got it.
or
Yeah.
has he won a playoff game? Maybe.
I don't know, but I've heard his name bantered around for a long time.
Yeah.
You would think that he would be a more accomplished, but hey, so be it. I don't know. But
In fact, he replaced RG3.
yeah, I can tell you one thing, he's not exciting.
No, no. But you heard what I said. He replaced RG3.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Mm.
Tweedly Tweedly Dum. At
Yeah.
least I think Kirk Cousins is a little more quiet than
Yeah.
RG3. Well, maybe that's what they wanted, somebody conservative who know how to be quiet about it.
And he's made a lot of money. They gave that man a lot of money, and then he got injured right after or either maybe he got injured before, but they gave him a lot of money and he didn't play.
Oh well, this that's his retirement fund.
All right.
What else can I say?
All right. We'll be back with more sports updates for the next episode. Let's move on.
Oh, thank you, daughter, for that wonderful sports update. Yay!
You're welcome. All right, let's move on to some Diddy news. I think you guys probably have already heard this. The hearing that was scheduled for him this past Tuesday was, for some reason, it was adjourned without arguments and no new date set. And then now it appears that October 3rd will be the official date of Combs' sentencing. So we don't know what any of that means, but we'll find out October 3rd how long he has to stay in jail.
Okay. All righty.
Okay. So let's move on to a really, really big story that everybody is talking about, all ages and everywhere and wherever, everywhere, everything all at once. Cierra Ortega, who was asked to leave, they made her leave the Love Island USA. She has addressed the controversy regarding the racial slur. Now, she was on the show up until like a week ago. She has been removed from the show. She returned home about 48 hours before, after the video was released onto TikTok and other social media platforms. She opened her statement by apologizing directly to the Asian community and anyone she offended, calling her use of the derogatory term naive and ignorant. She explained that she had been unaware of the word's painful history and impact. Despite having no ill intent, Ortega accepted the that intent doesn't excuse ignorance and emphasized that she deserved to be held accountable. Rather than using a typical apology, she said she wanted to take full responsibility for her actions. She even shared screenshots of a past conversation with a social media follower who had previously called her out for using the slur. In response to that incident, she said she was embarrassed and immediately deleted the post and removed the word from her vocabulary. Now, she reflected on the incident, and someone called her out, and yeah, someone called her out in 2024, and it served as a wake up call. And she just has been very like upfront. And I think she stood up like a woman. And the only thing she was really upset about, even worse than everything else, was how her family had been impacted. They had called ICE on her family,
Oh, wow.
and she had received,
That's hitting below the belt. That's going too far.
and she's also received death threats. And so I don't know what your thoughts are on it. You guys can go check it out. She posted on her TikTok, and she has regained some followers, and she has also regained support because they saw that they had doctored up where she had said she was so sorry and she didn't realize and had immediately took the post down. Somebody went searching for some of her old stuff, and I have no idea even how they got it. This was like a smear campaign against her, somebody who was jealous and wanted to take her down because she removed the post, and the DMs, she had the receipt for the DMs where she was apologizing to someone who called her out. What are your thoughts on all this, Ma?
My thoughts are that here's number one. Hindsight is always 2020. I'm not sure how other people are coming up with these very defamatory posts, that the contestants on these shows have. How come the vetting process, the vetting team of Love Island is not able to come up with these things? Or is it that they come up with them, but they find them innocuous, and then later they start to get some negative feedback, so then they take action? I'm not really sure what's going on there because certainly if anybody can find them, then people on the show's vetting team should be able to find them. So I don't know what's going on there, but they're going to have a zero tolerance policy, although we know there's different levels, different intent, and so on and so forth, different levels of harm that you can bring upon people. We understand all that, but they're going to have a policy and be consistent about it. And I think that's why Sierra is gone. I think that's why Sierra's going because they don't want it to appear as if they aren't being even-handed, and I think that's what's going on.
Well, there's a couple of different things that they can do. Number one is obviously have a better vetting process. Number two, they could record the series beforehand, pre-record the series, and not allow everyone to vote. And that will maybe take away some of the hate that goes towards some of these contestants when they get out of the villa. They're
Right.
seeing all of this hate toward them. I don't even the people who had the least amount of controversy. Some of these fans are outrageous, crazy. Some of them,
Some are unhinged, of
right,
course,
right. And
because it's
so
the population, of course. Yeah.
and I think it's so unfair, like I said, to, these are young, very, young islanders, young people. And even if they weren't young, they're human beings.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Well,
so, and
yeah.
in mind also, remember the Love Island UK has had at least three suicides.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Suicides or
Right.
overdoses, however you want to, categorize them. At
Yeah,
least it
yeah,
could be more. So, I think Love Island USA has to do a better job. I don't think that. I mean, she deserved to be punished, and if the punishment was for her to leave the show, then that's fine. But I think that if Love Island USA had been doing their due diligence, none of this would have happened, and she would have been able to stay on the show. I
yeah.
don't own any type of racial slurs. I feel that you should be held accountable. I am not Asian. I don't know, how it would have affected me as an Asian person. I know if someone says the N word as a black woman, how offended that I would be. So Cierra deserves a second chance. I hope that she has a successful career as a content creator, and people that and she looks at this as a teaching moment, and that all of us look at this as a teaching moment. All of us
What
stop
do you mean she
harassing.
deserves? Yeah, what do you mean she deserves a second chance? A second chance at what? She will certainly have more opportunities in life. What
Well,
you should come
I'm
to Love Island?
no, I mean, as a content creator,
Oh,
as
oh, oh, okay. Yeah,
if she
she will
wants to,
have that.
and
She
if
will be given that. Yes, of course.
and I think she should have opportunities to go on other reality shows. Maybe she wants to go on Traders, or maybe she
Yeah,
wants to
I
go.
think she will. I think that, that was just her punishment, quote unquote, for, at the time, that was the price she had to pay. And, immediate, punishment, or when I say immediate, well, as soon as everyone became aware of it. Yeah, I think she'll have more than ample opportunities. Yes, I think she will. No, and I don't, her and anyone else deserves a second chance. Yeah.
Okay. So
Or,
we talk more about Love Island a little bit later in this episode.
okay.
Okay, let's get into Nicki Minaj. Now, Nicki Minaj, I guess she was in some type of mood where she wanted some attention. She slammed Megan Thee Stallion, Roc Nation, Jay-Z, and Democrats all together. She went after Megan Thee Stallion. It appeared as though she liked some tweets or something in which Megan was accused of creating a hostile work environment by allegedly forcing I guess it was a former cameraman into witnessing sexual acts due to his sexual orientation. Minaj appeared to support these claims, referencing prior incidents where she felt Megan acted inappropriately, including the 2019 Hot Girl Summer music video shoot. She also mocked Megan, and said this was karma towards Megan. I'm not sure who Desiree Perez is. Oh, I guess the CEO of Roc Nation. She mocked Perez for receiving a pardon from Donald Trump in 2021 for past drug convictions and questioned her allegiance, implying hypocrisy among liberals who now disapprove of Trump. She also criticized Jay-Z for not hiring a Black woman to lead Roc Nation, and claimed Perez and Jay-Z have negatively impacted the sports and music industries. On Jay-Z, Minaj acknowledged she still respects Jay-Z musically, still in her top five. She accused him of enabling Perez's actions, owing her money. Nicki Minaj says that Jay-Z owes her $200 million. That money she was going to use to support any type of systemic harm against Black people. She said if she were paid what she owed, she would use it to support her fans' education through the Student of the Game charity.
No,
And Then she accused Democrats because people weren't happy that she was anti-vax, and she also accuses Jay-Z of failing to support Kamala Harris's campaign with the enthusiasm that she supported that he supported Obama. Any thoughts on Nicki Minaj?
I do have thoughts on her, but like they say, if you don't have anything good to say, don't say it. Okay? So I have nothing to say. Are you talking about Cardi B?
That was Nicki Minaj.
I mean, I'm sorry. See, I'm putting them all together. That's not nice. Nicki Minaj?
Yeah.
No, I have nothing. I have nothing for her. I don't, when you start spewing a whole bunch of negativity, I can't. I can't. I cannot.
Well,
When
my
your
the pod,
when your career is not going well and all this, and then you just come out chopping up and cutting up everybody. No, I have nothing for you. I have nothing. I have nothing. Because what purpose does it serve for her to say that in the first place? You and I both know nobody on the planet owes this woman $200 million. Okay? Who? For what? Who in the hell owes her even maybe $20? Who in the hell owes her $200 million? Okay? You know, I mean, come on. I can't comment on it. I can't comment on it. She's trying to get attention. And if I'm anybody she commented on, I'm going to ignore her. If she said anything about me at all, I'm going to not address anything she says, period.
it seems like she's trying to get attention, and
Nicki Minaj, you know, just go create some more, whatever it is you do to bring you money. That's all I'm going to say. That's
I'm
all.
disappointed in Nicki because Nicki, has had a great career. She will go down as one of the greatest, well, certainly female rappers. There's no need for her to be jealous, and insecure because Megan Thee Stallion is doing her thing now. Obviously, no need to hate on Jay-Z. I don't know
And,
anything
and,
Desiree is,
and
but what are you doing?
yeah, you know what? And clearly I really became, I mean, things can change. They always do. But I certainly was very much of a fan of Megan on Love Island. I thought she was very charming, very funny, very positive, very engaging. I thought she was really, really an interesting person. I
Mhm.
really liked the way she appeared. I liked the way she presented herself. I liked her attitude. She was knowledgeable. She didn't get on there acting as if she didn't know what the show was or who the people were. She was, actually a fan and
Right.
participated. I thought she had a great attitude.
She did.
I thought she was very charming. I thought she was very good.
She did. And and I agree with you. So Nikki, really, it seems as though like the negativity, you know better than that. Like when these people do this, it's like they're trying to get attention, and the best way to prevent you getting even more attention is to ignore you. Okay. Moving on to somebody who likes a lot of attention, Kanye West faces new sexual assault allegations from former assistant. His former personal assistant, Lauren Piscato, I don't know. Anyway, filed a second amended complaint in her lawsuit against West, adding severe new allegations, including sexual assault, sexual battery, false imprisonment, sex trafficking, stalking, and more. Apparently, there was an incident at a San Francisco hotel while on a business trip for a Donda Academy site. Lauren claims Kanye made unwanted sexual advances despite her rejection. He kissed her, made vulgar comments, and later, during a writing session, masturbated and touched her genitals. There was forced oral sex, according to Lauren, and pinned her down and forced her to perform oral sex and then sexual gifts. Lauren also accuses Kanye of offering her a sexual favor to another man in exchange for access to that man's partner, alleging he had a habit of treating women as bargaining chips for sex. In earlier filings, she claimed that Kanye sent her explicit content, fired her unjustly, and drugged her at a studio session co hosted by Diddy. Any thoughts on that?
Nope. I'm smelling payday. I'm smelling payday. I'm smelling payday. I'm sorry. Too much bullshit. I'm smelling payday.
Okay.
I'm smelling payday.
I I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't want to judge anybody.
I don't want to say the wrong thing neither. I'm smelling payday.
Okay. I don't want to say anything based on the way someone looks. Because that's not right. Because just because someone may look,
I don't even know how anybody there
well, no,
looks.
I'm just saying because someone may look sexually, attractive or, in the stereotypical way, people will kind of lump you in to that category. She kind of is in with like similar to like his current wife look. So I don't know, Ma.
I don't know what does that mean?
All
So
I'm
what?
saying, all I'm
I mean, I don't know where you're going with it, but that could mean that's all the more reason that he doesn't care for her because it's easy to get somebody that looks similar to her.
well, no, what I'm saying to you is
I
is
mean, I don't know where you're going with that.
what I'm saying to you is I don't know what happened or didn't happen. It could have been consensual, or it could have been nothing. Uh,
Like Kim, I mean, what are you
Not
saying?
Kim, no, like this woman he has now, Bianca, whoever.
I understand that, but just based on when that may have happened, does she look like Kim? Are you following me? Is it you saying he has a type? His women all look alike? I mean, what where you going?
Nothing, Ma. No, all I was just saying is that she looks very like whatever. She has pictures of her posted and all types of things and selfies and stuff that she does. I don't know. I will leave that alone.
You know what? It's a matter of indifference to me. I don't even care. To me, they all
He
come
said
in.
he has sex addiction. He said this out of his own mouth.
It doesn't mean
Allegedly.
that you sexually assaulted anybody. That just means you have a lot of sex. That doesn't mean you did anything to
No,
any.
but it also means that you are not supposed to be having sex with someone that you employ.
I don't know how that went because a lot of people marry the people that they employ.
Well,
So
you know what I mean. I
I
don't
mean,
listen. I don't know. All of this stuff, I just don't know. We don't know. This is all.
well, we know, well, whatever we don't know, we know she's trying to get some money. Okay. We don't know if it's legit or not or what, but we know she's trying to get some money. We know that. That's what the lawsuit is.
Okay.
So we know that much for sure. If she wasn't trying to get some money, we wouldn't be talking about it.
Okay.
It's a lawsuit she brought. It's not a lawsuit the government brought. She brought the lawsuit. Correct?
That is true, man.
Okay. So whatever. I don't know what he did or what he didn't do. Or what
Neither do I.
right. So you just reporting the news. Keep it moving. Everybody with money is subject to being sued for whatever.
But Ma, we can comment on stuff. That's what the podcast is for, to comment on it. So you
We're commenting, but we're not going to draw these type of conclusions because we just don't know.
okay. Moving on.
At least I'm not. Maybe you have some stronger opinions than I do. My opinion is like, let's wait and see because everybody got their hand out trying to get some money.
That's fine, Ma. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just kind of sick of Kanye West in general. I don't really want to hear
Oh, me
anything
too. Oh,
about him. I think that he needs, help. And I don't say that he did this
me.
to this woman, but I don't want to hear anything about him.
Well, you know, but whatever. Keep it moving.
So YouTube has clarified its monetization policy update. A lot of people, were confused by this amid AI concerns. YouTube is addressing backlash and confusion over a new update that is set to take effect on July 15th. The policy revision, which targets inauthentic content under the YouTube Partner Program, sparked concern among creators, particularly those who use AI generated content, reaction clips, or reuse media. YouTube initially said the changes aim to better define what qualifies as mass produced content. which has already been ineligible for monetization. However, many misinterpreted the update as a broad crackdown on AI assisted videos and commentary style formats. To clarify, YouTube has emphasized this is a minor update to existing guidelines, not a new restriction. The update is intended to help the platform more effectively identify content that lacks originality, often seen as spam by viewers. So trying to get rid of a lot of like bots pretty much, and things that just don't have any type of real content to them, just I guess things that are harmful to others.
Okay.
So let's see what it really means, right?
Yeah, now if they could just get rid of people posting false things. I mean, you can pull up things on YouTube and it'll say, I don't mean lies in a story and misrepresentations. I mean, you can pull up that, individuals are dead and they're alive and well. And YouTube will tell you a whole story about how these people are dead.
Well, it's not YouTube that's telling them, it's people who upload
Well,
videos onto YouTube.
I got it, but isn't YouTube, aren't they able to do something about that?
Well,
I
yes, it's just kind of hard, Mom, because what do you do when you take away people's freedom of speech, but you also have to, crack down on lies and propaganda?
checked in, right. I mean, something that big. I can understand minutia, but whether somebody is living or dead. Come on, you see whole stories that people have died and the people are alive and well. And I mean, and it's not hard to find. It's very easy to find. So, I mean, I don't know what the standards are. Okay, all right.
Okay. So let's move on to something that is a little bit more happy, 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 happy. Rumors. Now, these are rumors as far as who's dating whom. Now, I don't know if you heard about this latest one, but this is, of course, Mr. Tom Brady. Now, they have, kind of backtrack a little bit. They want everyone to know that this is a summer fling, not a serious romance. I've seen all type of things that came out that, Tom Brady said this, oh, this person is too old for him to take serious. And some people said, oh, it's ridiculous. But they all admit that it appears to be some type of fling or casual friendship
Yeah,
via, as they travel together in Europe. Now, who
yeah.
do you think this is?
I
That
know who it is. She used to be on with Al Bundy, played Al Bundy's wife. And she just played a kingpin, drug kingpin. I can't remember her name, starts with an S.
Sofia Vergara.
Vergara, right. Yes.
Now, I like those two together if they were actually, trying to be serious, because I think they both, I know this is silly, they're both attractive. They both, have been married. Sophia's not trying to have any more children. I don't think that Tom is trying to have any more children. Now, who knows? Because he's a man.
Right.
Um, and I just think that they look good together, but then I don't know how their personalities mesh, because he did have Giselle, and Giselle was Brazilian, and Sophia, is Latina. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what you think, now. What do you think of them as if they were to be a
Yeah.
couple?
Giselle is from Brazil, but she's not really
No,
Brazil.
she's German.
Right, right. So that's a big difference. Um, I think that they deserve, and as much as we can use that term deserve, I would say just as everyone deserves the opportunity to pursue whoever they want to pursue. And I think it's nice that they are pursuing, each other. I think that's perfectly fine. Or they're spending time together, to see how well they get along. I think it's perfectly fine.
Okay. I think they would be a cute couple, but let's see.
Yeah, that's my attitude. I think it's perfectly fine. I
Uh,
think she's gorgeous. He's gorgeous. What's the big deal? I think it's perfectly fine.
Another rumor is this one is Janet Jackson has sparked romantic rumors as she pulled up with this person at the 1500th performance of Cabaret. Do you know who this person is?
I don't. Who is it?
Maxwell.
Ooh, don't ever wonder.
Now, we don't know if it's anything, they were holding hands.
Hold the hand. Ooh. Oh, I say it again. Don't ever wonder. Okay. Oh,
And
Janet, what have you done for me lately? Okay.
and the third,
I like that. I like that pairing too.
and the third
Okay.
couple who are seeing each other, it has been confirmed via TMZ, at least for the summer of 2025. We just mentioned Megan Thee Stallion. Who do you think she's seeing for the summer?
Oh, Megan. Oh my goodness. I don't know. A lot of people would be a nice match with Megan, I guess. Based on what I've seen of her personality, I can see her meshing well with quite a few people. I don't know. Who?
Klay Thompson.
Klay Thompson? Basketball?
Yes.
Oh, oh, nice. You mean Swish?
The Splash Brothers.
Yeah, right. Hair for the splash. Oh my goodness. Well, I would have never thought about him.
Hey, I
Yeah.
like both of them, so good for
So
them.
do I. Well, good for them. Oh, I hope they're enjoying each other. I hope all the couples are enjoying each other. Oh yeah. Oh, I would in a million years I would have never came up with him. I was going for somebody in, show business.
Well,
Yeah. Well, he's certainly, attractive. Oh, nice. And I know he likes to captain there. He likes to stay out on his boats.
he likes to party.
Yeah, and Megan likes to wear her bikinis and whatnot. So, all right, nice.
All right. So let's move on to Love Island. Love Island, the finale is going to be airing on Sunday. So we only have a few episodes left. I guess one tonight, Thursday, Friday, and then Sunday, because Saturday is after sun. So we only have three real episodes left of Love Island. And as we mentioned earlier, we heard the apology from Miss Sierra. But we have five couples left, and only four go into the finale. And so
Okay.
I don't know if we'll find out tonight who's been voted off or if it'll be Friday night. I'm not 100% sure because I saw a preview clip for tonight and it didn't mention about the vote. And everybody was all lovey dovey and all the fights and everything they had. You could tell that they were trying to wrap it up and be phony so that somebody can give them, so that they can get the win.
Okay.
I really love the show when it started this season and I mean this season and have grown very frustrated with it as the season has progressed. The fact that we still have Hutta, the fact that Jeremiah's gone, the fact of all of the stuff with Sierra, just a lot of confusion, a lot of messiness on the producers, the whole Nicolandria thing, how the producers have just let rabid fans control the narrative of the show and not really try to appeal to everyone. They really are going off of a few like unhinged fans, not the people that I talk to like every day who love the show, who have common sense and have empathy. So I don't know. Let's go down the remaining couples, Ma. What are your thoughts on them? And who should be in the final?
Name them or you don't or what? How you doing this?
I'm gonna name them.
Okay.
Shelly and Ace.
They deserve to still be there. I think they deserve to still be there. What you think of their partnership, I don't know, but I think they deserve to still be there because after initially you running around all over the place, they did seem to get together, but I will never vote for them to win. And the reason I won't vote for them to win is because they already knew each other before they came on the show. So, not feeling that.
I
Okay.
agree. And I am going to vote this season, and I'll tell you who I'm going to vote for.
Okay.
And it's not them.
No, I
Uh,
got in it. Yeah.
Couple number two, Amaya and Brian. Those are my winners for the season. Now,
Okay.
I don't know what is going to happen, but Amaya was the only one to me that seemed genuine all the way through the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Right.
That's my winner.
Yeah. I like that. I like that very much. I think they might get my vote too. I like that very much because Amaya went all around and everything and tried to match it with whoever. And if whether they weren't feeling her or she wasn't feeling them or a combination of both things, Amaya responded uh in a way that I felt was very authentic. So yeah, I got that. Whether I agreed with her or not or whatever, I like that she, to me, appeared to be very true to herself.
Next, we have Olandria
And
and
Brian
Nick.
is sweet. And Brian also came to her defense.
He did.
He was
He
very charming, very gentlemanly, and that's very endearing. So I got that. I got that completely. Okay.
and they had the sex, Mom.
All right. That's even better.
They had
Oh,
the sex in the hideaway.
yeah. And they said it was a whole lot going on in there. All
Yeah.
right. Mm-hmm.
Next, we have Alandria and Nick. To me, both of them should have went home. I liked Alandria in the beginning. I don't dislike her now, but I felt she should have went home, and I felt Nick should have gone home when Sierra left.
Guess what? I say no to no Landria. And
Yeah.
that's how I feel about him. Nope.
And so we'll see, because they have their fans.
Yeah, guess what? Nothing there at all. As far as I'm concerned, for a real couple, I'm not getting it. I feel that they both should have left when their main people left. I don't know why they held on to them, you know.
Just something the internet started.
Yeah.
Iris and Pepe.
You know what? I like Iris and Pepe, but a lot of people would like Pepe.
They
But
had sex too, Ma.
yeah, well, that's just the physical part. I like Iris and Pepe, but I don't think that they should be the winning couple.
Right.
I like both of them a lot. They could come in even maybe second,
Mm-hmm.
but I wouldn't give them first place
I feel.
because because they're together really by default.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I think Amaya and Brian really chose each other, kind of.
Right.
Yeah, you know. Hmm.
And finally, the person who has so many followers now, and this goes to the state of our minds, Hutta and Chris. No, just no. Hutta should have been gone like
Absolutely
three.
no. Hutter should have been drop kicked to the curb, and Chris should find a different person for
Oh,
him. Because I do like Chris.
mm-hmm.
I do think Chris is, for the most part, a real sweetie pie.
Mm-hmm.
Do like Chris. I've seen many things in Chris I like. I mean, no, none of them are perfect on there, as none of us human beings are, you know. But as we human beings go, I like Chris. I'm not feeling Hutter that much. I don't care what you say. To me, Hutter is always just a couple of steps away from being nasty and unreasonable.
Oh, I agree.
He may be okay for a minute, but boy, if it's this one little thing here or there, here she come with something that is nasty, that doesn't make sense, that's unreasonable, and that's how I see her. I saw her that way with Jeremiah. She might not be running up and down and screaming and cussing with Chris because I don't think Chris would tolerate it.
No.
Okay, he's soft and easy going, but he will speak on it. I don't think he will tolerate it. Okay, I really don't. He doesn't have the personality that Jeremiah has. He has a different personality,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, more assertive, but at the same time, understanding and kind. And for that reason, he won't take a whole lot of BS because he knows that there's no reason for it.
Oh yeah.
So I like Chris, but him with Hutter, nope, 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 not feeling him.
Now, a lot of people felt that Clark and Taylor shouldn't have gone home. Um, do you think that Clark and Taylor should be in the finals if we have four couples that will be in the finals? So that would be Shelly and Ace, Amaya and Brian. We have Olandria and Nick, Iris and Pepe, Huda and Chris, and Clark and Taylor, say if they were the remaining six. Which two would you take out? Which two couples?
I would take out no Landria,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sorry, I really like you, Chris, but I don't like you with Hutter anyway. And Chris and Hutter.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Well, listen, I like 3 out of the 4 of them individually.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about putting them together as couples now. That's a different story.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. And tonight is going to be all lovey-dovey, blah, 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 blah. And I'm not here for it.
That's right.
It
I,
pissed
I
me off.
I don't know that Chris will go down that way, but let's see. But you know what I felt about, we didn't talk too much about Taylor and Clark. You know
Mhm.
what I felt about Taylor and Clark? I felt that people were just mad at, really still just mad at Taylor
Mhm.
because, he left Olandria. But here's the thing about it. He did Olandria a big favor. He wasn't showing no affection or care for Olandria.
Mm-mm.
He wasn't given anything. Alandria herself complained about it. Alandria was just trying to be strategic, hanging in there with somebody trying to win the money. And that's really what it was. And he even called it out when they
Right.
had hand on the truth. And she saying she did all that for him. She did all that. What you mean you did it for him? You was constantly complaining and
Mm.
talking to him and telling him you want him to be more assertive and show you more than this and that. You weren't satisfied with him. And he wasn't showing you because guess what happened? See, here's Taylor's big quote unquote mistake. It ain't really a mistake. He really did the right thing, which made me respect him. But in the eyes of some people, because he showed such a difference between the way he treated and felt toward Clark and the way he treated and felt toward Olandria. It was a marked difference. Most of them, it's not that huge of a difference. You
Right.
know, it's just they sort of BSing through with everybody, and just going with everybody. But with him, he
He
was
was-
very subdued with
Mhm.
Olandria. And when he got with Clark, he was sexy on down. Okay?
Well,
Huggy,
I don't know
kissy,
how sexy he was,
well,
but
you know what I mean. More sexual. Let's
yeah,
put it that way.
yeah.
Uh, Much more so.
Oh, of
Okay.
course.
You didn't hear Clark having to say to him, well, I need you to show me more. Or what can I do to make this better? She didn't never have to say that. It was all smiles and huggy and kissy,
Hmm.
with her. And it came out because that's how he felt. And
Yeah.
that's it. And people got offended because he spent all that time with Olandria talking about he was a slow burner and
And he
all
was
that.
lying.
Right. It wasn't nothing about no slow burner. It wasn't nothing there to burn.
Right.
And so that's why people got mad about that. And so they felt like, whatever. But Olandria should have been gone as far as I'm concerned, because she just there wasting time, fronting, you know.
Hmm.
And to me, they're just doing nothing but getting screen time and working on their careers. That's how I see at this point. And I'm not sure how honest Olandria was being all along about, I don't know, how she felt toward him, but that she probably knew he didn't feel a lot toward her. When I say he, Taylor, didn't feel a lot toward her. I think she kind of understood that, but she was hanging in, you know. So I don't know. It's just all in how you look at things. But the way I see it, you have 4 couples who should be finalists and 2 couples who really just need to be gone. And those are the couples that I mentioned to you. I really think that just based on merit of their connection, I really think that Taylor and Clark should not have been sent home. And they were only sent home because people were mad at Taylor because he, was true to how he felt toward Clark.
Yeah, I agree with you. And that's what's making me wonder, would the show benefit from not being live? Would it help with everyone's mental health? Would it also help with the outcome of the show? I'm just wondering.
Yeah,
Because
yeah. No, I
could you
mean, yeah, that's legitimate, and maybe they'll consider those things moving forward. That what you're saying is totally legit.
Okay, well, by the time that you hear from us again, at least on this podcast, it will be finale night for Love Island USA, and we'll give you our final picks because one couple will be eliminated between now and Sunday. So I am looking forward to the finale. I will be watching the finale and I will be voting. Um,
I absolutely will too.
okay, let's move on to my show that is coming on tonight, Big Brother. Now, I'm not going to get into too much crazy detail because we did like a little cast reveal yesterday about, the contestants on Big Brother. And we'll be talking about it moving forward on our regular podcast. And I'll be doing little updates myself, here and there popping up on YouTube, which I'm excited about. But we are getting more information as to who we think will be the mystery guests. And some people are saying, who are not really maybe Big Brother people, they don't know her as much. They're thinking it's Rachel Riley, a former winner. And she was also on the Traitors. She was on the Traitors on season 1 that Suri won, and she was close in with Suri, and she trusted Suri. She says, "Oh, Suri, oh no, I trust her, and Suri wouldn't lie to me." And da da da. And Suri like misted her. But Rachel, for those who aren't as familiar, she is kind of over the top, and she was on there, when she was younger. She's not old now, but she was just, much younger, and she liked to get into fights, and she was good at comps. And so she may not be as good. Hopefully she won't be fighting as much and she may not be as good at comps at, around 40. So we'll see. This is what they're saying. We don't know for sure, but I think it'll be interesting and exciting. Is there anything that you're looking forward to with Big Brother around?
No, not really. Just an exciting, interesting season. And let's just see what happens. It was pretty interesting last season, I thought. But, let's see moving forward what they're going to bring. You never know. There's not any specific thing I'm looking for. I tell you what I would like to see. I would like to see the contestant, the winner, be rewarded for bringing people together and getting along. I know that sounds utopian, but I would like to see that as opposed to being rewarded for being backstabbing and lying.
Mm-hmm.
I really wish those kind of virtues would be rewarded. And sometimes they are.
Right. For not being backstabbing and lying.
Yeah. But ultimately, there is going to be some level of deception.
But that's what the whole show is about.
Well, that's why I'm not such a huge fan.
It's a game.
I understand.
You don't think you would do well on the show?
No, people's feelings get really hurt.
Yeah.
People get upset and really angry. Hey.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I
Well,
don't know.
see. Let's just see. I think that what's her name? Chelsea. I
Chelsea.
think Chelsea handled everything pretty well. I
Hmm.
don't think she was overly offensive. I thought she was really pretty tactful and diplomatic. She
Hmm.
had to say some different things here or there. I mean, to survive on the show.
Hmm.
But overall, I think she was very delicate and
Hmm.
considerate of people's feelings.
Hmm.
Some come on there and they're not. They're nasty and offensive and just off the hook.
Yeah, like Angela.
Well, or somebody like that. So let's
But
see how.
Angela's good TV.
Right. Well, yeah, but you can have good TV and somehow, when the fire flares up, put the fire out,
Hmm.
ignite it. Okay. We don't need to see the house burn down to understand that there's fire. We
Well,
don't need some of them, they'll burn the house down.
this if Rachel Riley is who they have gotten, lady likes to fight, or she used to like to fight, but she also knew.
Verbal or physical?
Oh, she would get up in people's face, and I don't think they would really allow the people to physically fight. I think they would throw them off, but she would get up in their face.
Okay.
But what I think is, I think she's calmed down now. She's married. She has, a kid or kids. She's not that girl anymore.
Right.
But I think from what I get from Rachel, and I've seen her do a lot of different things, I think that it's a bit for her. I think she enjoys the game, and I think that she's actually a nice person. I
Okay.
don't think she's that person on Big Brother.
Okay. So let us see that. Let that nice, humane person come out. Now, I mean,
Well, Ma, what would you do for 750K? Would you act a fool or no?
I probably would act a fool for a lot less than 750K. Okay. But is that a good thing? I think that's a good thing.
Would you be
Like
against
for
your
both.
daughter? Would you be against your daughter for 750K?
I would try to work with my daughter, figuring
Oh, yeah.
figuring to strengthen our chances of winning. Because if I win 750K, my daughter is straight. If my daughter wins 750K, I'm straight. So
Right.
I'd be working with my daughter no matter whatever.
And they had that, not mother daughter, but they had, father daughter. They had
Yeah.
a season, and the father won.
Okay.
And his situation was a little bit, sad, and he's wild and everything like that. But the daughter has come back, and they had a strained relationship. But it was nice to see it. It was
Oh,
nice to see them together. And then we know Sari, but she didn't win. Sari was there with Jared,
yeah. She was with her son.
her son. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry for those who don't know. So
Okay.
yeah, so you have no idea how excited I am. I like for the next 3 months, I'm tuned in. I'm gonna be working and feeds, live feeds, guys. But the feeds don't start until Sunday. They do not start. And they've been in the house, Ma, since Tuesday.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't like that. I like to know, why is there like a big gap between when they came in the house and when the live feeds start.
Oh, in other words, what are you missing?
Right. Right. So I don't like that. But we'll listen. I'm very excited. All right. Ma, I need you to tell me 3 things that made you smile.
I'm going to give you four: family, the sun, the stars, and the moon. Okay.
I'm gonna give you 4. Family, friends, sports, and Big Brother.
Yay, 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 yay. Okay.
All right, Ma. Anything you want to say before we go?
I want to tell everyone, take care of yourself, be safe, don't drink and or drug and drive. The life you save may be mine.
Hmm.
Life is too short and too long to be unhappy.
Okay. I like that.
To thine own self be true. Oh, that was the last quote. To thine own self be true. Okay.
Now, guys, listen, we will be back with a brand new episode on Sunday. Please check out our YouTube channel, All Things Peju, home of the Bamgboshe Happy Hour. We'll be talking about Big Brother. I'll be talking about Big Brother. There'll be other things that'll just kind of like pop up. We appreciate your support. We'll be back with a brand new episode this Sunday. Stay cool, behave yourselves, and we want to say that thank you. Bye. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and check out full episodes of the Bamgboshe Happy Hour podcast, streaming on most platforms.